Yeah, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my third episode on my Minecraft SMP server. Today it is moving day. Um, Off camera, like I said, I've still got all our stuff gathered. We've got exactly enough room in our inventory. This is everything I think we're going to need. And today we're just going to head out to where my future base location is, where I'm going to be permanently staying for at least most of the series. I don't know if we'll ever move out in the future, but for at least a good while. At the start of a series, we'll be staying there and building our base, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in the future. Something I've noticed is I might need a chest somewhere in here, so I can bring that with me. And that way I can store all this stuff once we get over there. So I don't know what I can get rid of in this. Need to take something. I suppose I can get rid of the golden apples. I can always remake those. I know those are good, but it's a sacrifice we'll have to make. So yeah, I can pretty much just take the chest, brought the golden apples, and I think we're ready to go. Something I did off camera between episodes was I linked my portal up to some of my friends who live slightly closer to where my final base is going to be. So we'll head out there. As you can see, we've made this cobblestone path. And if we follow this just a little bit down the road, we'll get to their portal. From there we can take a boat and we'll be at my location for my bay. So I'll see you guys once we're there. So this is us here at their portal. It was a very short journey, about 20 seconds since I last spoke to you. So we'll go through here. I don't think either of them are on. It's the base belonging to Sausage and Master Molly, so we'll just pass on by. Won't check out for too long. Might as well take this boat we've got. They're staying on this island, which is pretty cool. They've got one house on it at the moment. I won't show it off too much as it's not my content to show off really. But just worth pointing out. They've also got the portal there. It's not properly linked yet. But yeah, this is where they're staying. I'll probably be doing quite a lot of collaboration with them in the future since our bases are kind of close and I know them well. We're all good friends, so hopefully you guys will see their base developing on my series. But what I do recommend is checking out their series. I know the Sausage and Master Mully both stream, and Master Mully he takes his stream highlights and uploads them onto his YouTube channel, so definitely recommend you guys go and check that out. But for us today, I'm just going to head out. It's about 800 blocks from here. That's where I'll be going. So I'm just going to roll my way there and see you guys once we're there. Okay, so this is us just coming up on our location now. It'll be here where I'm making my permanent base, as I've mentioned. I'll take the base and I'll head up to just up here and I'll kind of talk through what my plans are for here, since I've not really mentioned that to you guys yet. My plans for this SMP server is to make like a medieval village. It'll be like all structured. It'll have like stone paths going everywhere. I've kind of done it before in another server I've played, but I never really got to do it that much. So I'm gonna make it pretty big, and in the village there's gonna be lots of different buildings, obviously. And I don't want to just build shells of buildings with nothing inside or any purpose. So what I plan to do is build each building with a purpose. So for example, I could make a stonemason's house, and inside that I would have a cobblestone generator, or a stone generator rather, which would be quite useful to us since I'm going to need a lot of stone for the flooring of the entire village, and just things like that. So I could also make like an inn sort of thing, like a medieval inn, and then have like underground like a villager breeder, and then they would all come up and like into potentially different rooms of the hotel, or the inn rather than hotel. It could be in like their own rooms, or we could just have them stacked up row by row inside the inn, and at least it kind of gives it a purpose. So just sort of things like that. And the reason I've chosen here is because it's nice and flat up here. We're right next to the ocean, which is good. It gives us freedom there. We can like make boats, we can have nice docks. Out here could be quite good for like a lighthouse or something. Also the scenery is pretty good. It's not rendering at the moment. Probably need to turn my render distance up a bit, but we've got mountains on this side, some mountains on this side, and yeah, it should be quite nice. So, like I mentioned, what I want to do is make a map of this before we do any work on it. Oh, we've also got a river here that is quite nice. We might connect this out to the ocean, I think I was planning on doing, so that'd be quite nice. But yeah, first things first is making the map. And my inventory, not big enough for the map just yet. And we're going to need somewhere, like temporary, just like a temporary little camp. I'm imagining that like the village centre is going to be around here, and that's probably where we're going to start. Start with the village centre and then go off and do like different areas, different districts in the village. So I think we're just going to come over here out of the way of where the map's probably going to be. Doesn't matter if like our little temporary camp's inside the map. I'd quite like the first map just to have nothing in it. I suppose we'll come over, maybe... I don't know, I'm going to look around and see if I can find anywhere suitable for a little temporary camp. Okay, so I found this little hole. It is pretty close to everything. I'll just cover this up and show you guys like where it is in relation to everything I'm building. It's pretty close to where I'm mainly going to be working, as I realize I'll probably end up in like staying in here longer than I like first intended to, but it's just a nice little thing, you know, everything's undercover so it's not going to like show up on the map, which is nice. This is where we're just going to throw down our chest, dump all our stuff, and then we'll get to the map making, I think. Right, now that we've lit this up, I'm realizing that we're going to need some glass panes in order to lock the maps. So we're just going to quickly mine this and then get smelting. I think I brought coal with me. I might have brought blocks of coal, but that'll do fine. Didn't bring a crafting table, however. Yeah, that was a slight oversight. We'll go out and grab some wood and then get to doing that. Okay, that's us got our 6 glass now, so we can turn that into panes. We may have had a slight creeper problem in here, but I guess it's just giving us more room, which I guess is kind of cool. I'll take that as a positive. Got our cartography table here. We'll take our 9 map. We won't need the table yet. We'll obviously need to go and fill in all the maps. I think before I do that, I might wait until it's morning. Yeah, slight oversight with this little hideout, as mobs have been just raining down on me all day. Well, all night rather. And can't sleep because there's so many people in the server. We're going to get whatever plugin it is that just means that one person has to sleep and it'll skip today. Just so we don't have to play always on night, because it's always unlikely we're all near a bed during night time. But yeah, I think I'm going to hide out until morning and then I'm going to go map the whole place. Alright, it's morning, so I'm just going to go and grab the maps. I don't know, I've got the maps on me, so I'm just going to go and map out the area. I'm going to go to where I think the centre is going to be. I'll most likely do the town centre in the centre of the centre map. Obviously if it's 3x3. I think that makes the most sense, having the centre in the centre. Yeah, something like that. So we'll just come here. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll just clear out my entire hotbar, just so I can have maps all along it. And then, yeah, that'll probably be the easiest way to do it. So I guess we'll just start here. Right. Okay, so that's filled most of it in, which is good. We'll probably run down into this corner, just get that filled. So this is probably going to be the lower middle map. So if I come up here, step onto the other bit, this will be the center. So the center is going to be in here. I might need to cover over the river. I don't know. Okay, that's cool. I'm really liking the river we've got going here. And then I guess I'll go all the way up here. I might not like build the village the entirety of 3 maps. Actually, maybe I just need to do it 2 maps. I don't know. I'm going to make a 2x2 area in maps first and see how that looks first. I just need to decide which way I'd want to go for the 2x2. Do I want to go in that direction or that? I think we've got more room over there and it means we can have the river running through it. So yeah, we're going to see how that looks first. Okay, so that's the map as a 2x2, and that is a pretty big area. Like, to fill that in entirely with a village is going to take quite a lot of work. But I just don't want to get to the point where I have filled all this in and then I don't have, like, all this map, like, documented, if you get what I mean. That is a pretty big area. You know what? I think I am. I'm just going to fill it in 9x9. Set our goals big. We can make a massive village if we want to. So yeah, I'm going to go get that. I guess I'll take this one for reference and fill in the rest of these. And show you guys the finished map once we've got it. Okay, we've got our full map done now. And yeah, this is going to be quite good. Our town centre is going to be right about here. Docks down here, maybe a lighthouse here. And something I didn't realise before, but we've actually got another ocean here. So it's possible, but this landmass one is an island. I didn't realise that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go check out this area, see if there's ocean on that side, and go up here and just see if we're surrounded in ocean. Not for the map purposes, just so we know if we're on an island. It'd be pretty cool actually if we just turn this whole island, more or less, into like our village. And like, yeah, I think that would just be really cool. So we're going to go check that out over here, see beyond this mountain there's more land if it connects to something, or if we are just on an island. Okay, we're in the bottom left hand portion of the map now, and it's looking like we're not on an island, which isn't a bad thing. I just wanted to check that out just to see, but it looks like we've got a roof forest here, or a dark oak forest rather. Which I guess is kind of cool. I guess there could be a mansion in it. Not entirely sure, but we can check that out at some point. What I'm going to do while I'm here is just take this spruce tree and probably hang around and try and get as much of the saplings as I can, because we're going to need a lot of spruce wood for this. Spruce is pretty much my favourite block to build, or wood block rather, to build out of, so probably going to need to collect as much of this as I can. So yeah, I'll do that. It's good that we've got dark forest there, but I'll do that and see you back at our little hideout. Alright, we're back now. We'll just store that, and before I forget, something I almost did forget, is we're going to need to lock all of these maps. And I don't know if I want to keep this on display, because I really don't want a creeper coming in here blowing up. I think the maps would all drop, but I'm just worried in case like the maps wouldn't drop and we lose them. Kind of need to keep these safe. If I get an ender chest at some point, sometime soon, then it'll definitely be worth keeping a copy of each map inside my ender chest. Although that would probably take up way too much room, as I can't stack them. So if I ever get shulker boxes down the line, maybe that's an idea. But for now, we're just going to put these back up. So next thing I want to work on is getting us a way of getting a large amount of stone fast. And to do that, what we're going to do is make us a cobblestone generator, or rather a stone generator. Which is why I mentioned in the last episode that we need a silk touch pickaxe. So to do that, I'm going to need a few hoppers, some chests. So first action we're going to do is get us some wood, and we're going to need to take out all these trees anyway at some point, so I may as well just take them out, deal with the skeleton. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and collect everything we need for our stone generator, and then yeah, we'll get on with it. Okay, so I know I said I was going to go ahead and get the stuff I needed to make the stone generator, but I figured it wasn't going to be that interesting to see me make it, so we've got it here. Nothing too fancy at the moment, but it does the job. I can just stand here, mine stone all I want. I did it for a little bit, stacking a bit, which isn't a load, but I was only here for maybe 20 seconds just mining, so it does get me a decent amount. That's what this silk touch pickaxe is going to come in handy for. Of course, I don't have mending or any steady source of XP yet, so this will run out of durability, but once it gets low we can just repair it for a while. We'll be able to get a good few repairs out of it before it starts getting too expensive to repair, which is good. So I think what I want to do now is link this base up to the nether, just so I can get from here, and if I need to go anywhere, I can get there and back pretty fast. And then I might be able to even go back to my starter base and get some of the stuff that I left behind, which could be useful. I left behind some stuff, nothing too great, but there might be a couple of items that are worth going back for. We can go ahead and do that. Hopefully it'll give us a decent spawn once we're in here. Alright, here we are. I'm assuming this has made us... Maybe this hasn't made us our own portal, because some building there. I also don't have my helmet on anymore. That broke, so the piglins will attack me. Okay, this might not be our portal. This might take us to someone else's base, but we'll go back through and we'll check it. Okay, never mind. We're fine. So this is linked fine. I don't really need to go into the nether to do anything. Not at the moment anyway. So I think what I'd like to do now is just kind of map out where I want to make the start of the city centre. I think or the village centre, I suppose. I'm going to mine up some more stone, and then I'll head over into the middle and get that sort of mapped out. Okay, so I was in the stone generator for a bit. I've got a decent amount of stone now and cobblestone. I can turn this into stone bricks if I want as well. And I'll take this center map, as I want to find the exact center of our map, and that's going to be the center of our town center, which I want to build a fountain in the middle of, just to mark the very center, and also it's just a nice thing to have in the center of the town. So we're going to find the exact middle, and I think maps are evenly divided up into chunks, so I think if I turn on chunk borders I should be able to find the center. Well, I'm going to need to do a significant amount of deforestation here. So let me see if I can get chunk borders on. Alright, so I've got my chunk borders up as you can see, and if we stand here in the middle of these 4 blocks and look in our map, this looks about dead center, so what I'm going to do is just mark this out with 4 torches. We're not actually going to build anything yet. I didn't realize how many trees were around this area. I'm going to need to do a bit of deforestation for that. But we know where the center is, so we know where we can build our fountain when it comes to it. What I'll probably do, get a little bit better axe. Might make a diamond axe and enchant that. Or I might just make a couple iron ones and enchant those with low level enchant. But yeah, I'm going to try clear out as much of that forest as I can and then catch up with you guys once we've done that. Alright, it's a little while later now, but as you can see we've almost got all of the trees away. So I've got a block in there. Okay, so now we've got all the trees in this area. I've still got some over there, of course, loads on that side, but we'll clear those when we come to it. So I think what we're going to do, head on down here. And this is our center, remember? The very center of our map. We're going to build this up to the level we want it at. And I've worked it out that for what I want to do, I need this to be at y equals 71 for the design that I want to go with throughout the village. So I'm going to build this out into a square here. And this square is the center of the village. Maybe I should mark this out separately. We'll put this here for now. And I'm going to build this out. Another 1 on each side? No, another 2 on each side. And that'll give us a 6 by 6. Essentially, this is what I'm going to do is the whole village is going to be made up of 6 by 6 squares of stone, and they'll, which will be separated by like a border around each one. And that'll give us a nice big even platform. And yeah, it should be good. We're going to have like different levels to it. We'll have higher points, lower points, bridges across water. It should be really cool. So I'm going to fill in this 6 by 6 square to start off with, and this is the 1 block gap I was talking about, and then we've got another 6 by 6 square here. So I'm going to do this on either side, and then we'll get to making the fountain in the middle. Okay, so now we've got the start of our town center done. It might be a bit confusing as to why I've left all these gaps in between each 6 by 6, but it makes sense to me, and I'm sure as I build along it might make sense to you guys in future. But what we're going to do, I think, is just fill in this so that we have at least a bit of a platform to build our fountain on, at least. Would that be big enough? It probably will be, and that still leaves all this so I can still see what's happening there. I think I'm going to replace these 4 with some smooth stone just so I know exactly where these 4 middle blocks are at all times. Don't want to lose that. It's a little harder to come up with a design for the fountain because everything's on a 2 block center as it's a 6 by 6 grid, so our fountain then needs to have a 2 block center. But this is the shape I came up with. I know how I want to build the fountain. I was playing about with stuff earlier in a creative world, just so I knew what I wanted to do, and I think this shape is probably the best we can come up with. And then we're going to need a crafting table. Thankfully I had that 1 oak log from earlier, and I know it's more efficient to make stones with a stone brick stairs, or any stairs rather, with a stone cutter, but we don't have a stone cutter on us at the moment, so this is gonna have to do. 16, I'm not sure if that's enough, but we're gonna go with it anyway. We're just gonna keep building up like this. So I think that's the shape that I want to go for, and I know it's not great, as I said, having a 2 block center is not ideal, but once we get some water in it, it should be alright. Only got 1 water bucket on me, so I'll have to do for now. We'll go get another couple buckets and see if we can get the rest of the fountain filled up and see how it looks then. Alright, there we go. Now that we've got some water in it, I can fall through there. Awesome. Okay, now we've got some water in it. It's looking a lot better. Again, not great, but it's not terrible with 2 block center. Could improve it in future. Also, it'd probably be good to get some light in there, so I'll go collect glowstone at some point. But yes, it's a pretty good start to our town. Again, might be a bit confusing to see what's going on, but it should come together soon. And I also plan to texture this. It's not just going to be all stone. We'll add some cobblestone, some stone bricks, bit of andesite here and there just to make it look a lot nicer. I think for today that's going to do us. We did a fair bit in this episode. We moved over here, mapped out the area, got ourselves set up in a little base, and made a start to our town centre. So work more on that on the next episode. I'll probably have this a bit more filled out between episodes, just so we've got something to work on in the next one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.